empty blue, a mirror of my size. It faces that once held me close, a distant, gone and cold. And all the warmth they carry here has turned to bitter mold. The nights are long, the wind it bites, each step I take is pain. I search for light, shadows sharp and deep, hoping someday I'll awaken from this endless sleep. And though the scars remain, though the pain will never flee, I'll carry the ashes of me until eternity. The world is silent, yet it screams inside my broken mind. Every thought is heavy chains, every step is blind. I hide behind a smiling mask, but no one sees the pain. And the cries that echo in my head are calling out in vain. The nights are endless prisons, the days are hollow lies. I've tried to reach the light above, but the darkness never dies. Even hope feels distant, even love is far away. And I stumble through this life in shadows of decay. Hoping someday I'll awaken and find where I wake up tired of breathing, tired of being strong. Every step feels heavier, like I don't belong. Smiles feel like a burden, words fall to the floor, and I'm carrying a pain I can't ignore anymore. The world keeps asking questions I don't know how to answer. Every dream I once believed in feels like a slow disaster. I try to keep on moving, but my soul drags behind. There's a this weight through another empty day, praying I survive what I can't throw I loved you on purpose, not by mistake. I knew what it meant, and I knew what it'd take. I saw all the warning signs and stayed anyway. Some people love carefully, I loved you with faith. I didn't expect affection, I didn't need ease. I just wanted honesty when things got uneasy. I thought choosing each other was something you do, but I was choosing every day you were passing through. You said love shouldn't feel heavy. I said weight means it's real. I carried us both until I couldn't feel. I loved you on purpose, I stayed when it hurt. I didn't leave when loving you stopped being worth it. If loving was a decision, I made mine come true. I loved you on purpose. Did you? I learned your silences, your halfway goodbyes, the way you'd say later when you meant goodnight. I held back my questions so you wouldn't run. Funny how silence still unmade what I'd done. You wanted freedom, I wanted us. You wanted the feeling, not the weight of trust. I didn't need saving, I didn't need proof. I just needed to know you were choosing me too. You said you loved me deeply, but love without choice is just a voice. I loved you on purpose, through doubt and delay. I built a future in moments you pushed away. Some hearts love accidentally, some love as an excuse. I loved you on purpose. I wish you did too. If I sound bitter now, it's only because I cared. You don't grieve something shallow, this long or this bare. I don't regret loving you, I regret how alone I felt holding a love I was carrying on my own. I would do it again, even knowing the end, because loving you fully was who I am. I loved you on purpose, and I still stand by that. Some people leave clean you don't scratch. You may forget how I loved you, or say it wasn't true, but I loved you on purpose, and that was enough for me to lose you. Some love isn't wasted, it's just not returned. I still check your last name time, like maybe you're thinking of mine. I hate that hope still lives in me when you've clearly set me free. I still check, I still wait, still wonder if it's too late. You don't notice, you don't care. One day I'll stop checking, but not today. Too much, just honesty and gentle touch. You said I needed more than you, but maybe you just didn't want to. You called me sensitive, like feeling deep was wrong, but loving halfway isn't love. It's just dragging someone along. One day you'll miss what I gave, when no one loves you the same. If I disappear tonight, would anyone notice the sound? Would my silence finally echo? If I wasn't around, I've been screaming quietly for years on Just stop reaching for me like you did before. No fight worth remembering, no words sharp or loud. Just love getting tired and laying itself down. I noticed it in little things, the pause before you smiled, the way your arms felt unfamiliar after just a while. You said you were still here, but your eyes were already gone. I stayed pretending not to notice how alone I'd become. I kept asking, are we okay? You kept saying, of course. I trusted what you said out loud, not what I felt, of course. Nothing dramatic, just gone, like a song fading out. No goodbye, no closure, just silence growing loud. You didn't stop loving suddenly, you just loved me less each day. Nothing dramatic, just gone. And I stayed. I replay conversations now, looking for the break, the moment where I should have known how much more I could take. I loved you in the quiet ways, the ways that don't perform. I loved you like a steady light you slowly learned to ignore. You talked about the future like it wasn't meant for two. I nodded like I understood while breaking over you. I didn't want to pressure love, didn't want to scare you away. So I swallowed every question and watched us slowly decay. You said people change, like love was something small, but I didn't change my mind at all. Nothing dramatic, just gone, no villains, no defense. Just one heart still trying, and one losing its sense. You didn't choose someone else, you just stopped choosing me. Nothing dramatic, just gone. Quietly. Do you remember the way you used to say my name? Like it meant something sacred, like it could never change. I don't blame you for leaving, I blame myself for staying still, for hoping love would come back if I waited long enough. If I waited long enough. I would have fought for us if you asked me to, but you left without asking. So I had nothing to do. Nothing dramatic, just gone, and that hurts the most, because no one warns you when love dies slow. I'm learning how to live with the truth I didn't choose. Some endings don't explode, they just disappear. To skies of ash and gray, the world is distant, cold and still. Every step I take feels wrong, every breath against my will. The laughter of the living feels like thunder in my head, and I wander through this broken life like a ghost among the dead. I've reached for hands that never held, I've called for voices that won't come. The roads I travel echo pain, the nights stretch endlessly numb. Even dreams betray me, and hope is far away, and the horizon I once longed for has crumbled into clay. I try to rise, but the weight pulls down. I try to speak, but my words are drowned, and every time I search for light, it vanishes without a sound. Oh, I'm lost beyond redemption, trapped inside this endless night. Every heartbeat cries for freedom, every tear's a silent fight. I scream but no one answers, I reach but nothing's near, and the horizon I've been chasing is shattered by my fear. The world moves on without me, its song a distant, cruel refrain, and walk through empty memories, through sorrow, loss and pain. The nights are endless prisons, the days are hollow shells, and the shadow of my own despair has built me secret cells. Maybe someday the sun will rise, maybe hope will shine again, but tonight I'm bound by silent cries and drowning in the rain. I clutch the ghost of what I was, I mourn the life I lost, and every dream I tried to keep has vanished with its cost.
Watched you leave without a word. No final kiss, no last hello. The Silence screamed louder than anything I could ever know. I walk the halls where we once laughed, now shadows only stare. Your memory's a heavy weight I carry everywhere. Silent goodbye, it breaks my soul. I'm left with pieces I can't hold. Every night I whisper your name, but it's not the same. If love could speak, it would have stayed. Instead it's gone, and I'm afraid. I see your face in every crowd. I hear your laugh in the rain. No matter how I try to move, I'm trapped inside this pain. Friends tell me time will heal, but nights are endless long. And even in the daylight now, everything feels wrong. Silent goodbye, it breaks my soul. I'm left with pieces I can't hold. Every night I whisper your name, but it's not the same. If love could speak, it would have stayed. Instead it's gone, and I'm afraid. Maybe one day I'll learn to let go, but tonight I can't. I need you to know I'm lost in a world where you're not near, and I can't escape this fear. Silent goodbye, it breaks my soul. I'm left with pieces I can't hold. Every night I whisper your name, but it's not the same. If love could speak, it would have stayed. Instead it's gone, and I'm afraid. The hall is gone, the guests are left. The echoes of laughter fade. The dress hangs in the closet, the suit folded, the vows replayed. I speak your name in silence, but no answer comes at all. I'm married to a memory in a house that feels so small. The cake is crumbled into crumbs, the flowers dried and brown. I remember all the promises while wearing a fading crown. We said I do in front of friends. We smiled and held hands tight. But love isn't in the photographs, it's in the quiet of the night. I thought forever was ours, but forever was thin. I gave you my heart completely, while you let it wear thin. Silent vows whispered to the walls, unseen by everyone but me. I stayed through every shadow while you quietly set yourself free. They cheered for a lifetime, they clapped for a love they thought true. Silent vows, I kept mine, but you never knew. The bed feels too large, the sheets cold beneath my skin. I reach for your warmth, but your absence lives within. The rings shine faintly in the dark, a reminder of promises broken. thinking of words we spoke loudly that remain unspoken. I remember the first dance, your hand barely touching mine. I smiled for the cameras while your heart drew the line. I tried to love you fully, even when love slipped away. I stayed in a marriage that faded every day. Some marriages crumble in storms, some fade in quiet despair. Ours fell like a whisper, no one noticed we weren't there. Silent vows whispered to the walls. I gave my all, you gave none. I stayed in the shadows of love while you were already gone. They celebrated happiness, they smiled at what seemed new. Silent vows, I kept mine, and I loved even without you. Do you remember the first night when no one else could see? I tried to hold on to your heart, but it was no longer with me. I whispered promises softly, hoping you might stay, but love isn't enough when your heart drifts away. I don't hate you for leaving, I hate that I stayed so long, loving someone silently, who treated love like a song. I carried hope quietly, even as it burned and died. Silent vows, I loved fully while you lied. If love is measured by effort, I gave mine every day. If love is measured by heart, you quietly walked away. Tell me, did you ever plan to stay? Or were silent vows always meant to fade away? I didn't need perfection, I didn't need a sign. I just needed your heart to remain completely mine. Silent vows whispered to the walls, still ringing in my mind. I loved through the emptiness while you left love behind. They all cheered for forever, they didn't see what we lost. Silent vows, I gave my all, you gave nothing at any cost. Some weddings are a memory, and some marriages end in quiet heartbreak.
Wake up with your name in my head like it never left. Every promise that you never kept still feels like theft. The mirror shows a tired face, trying to be strong. I swear the days are way too long since you've been gone. Since you've been gone. I laugh a little, cry a lot, pretend I'm okay, but every night I fall apart in the same old way. I'm still learning how to breathe without you next to me. Every step feels incomplete, like half of who I used to be. If love was supposed to set me free, why does it feel so hard to learning how to breathe? like you might come back. I replay all the what ifs like it's a bad habit I can't crack. Everyone says time will heal, I hope they're right. But right now time just teaches me how to miss you every night. I'm still learning how to breathe without you next to me. Every step feels incomplete, like half of who I used to be. If love was supposed to set me free, why does it feel so hard to leave? I'm still learning how to breathe. Maybe one day I'll stop counting scars you didn't mean to make. Maybe one day my heart won't shake at every memory we made. I'm still learning how to breathe, but I know I'll survive. Even broken hearts can heal if they're given time. You were a part of me, but you're not all of me. I'm still learning how to breathe. I'm still learning how to breathe.
Look at us right here, right now. Every step led to this vow. All the waiting, all the signs, all the wrongs that made us right. I hear my heartbeat in your chest. I feel like I've passed every test, because loving you feels calm and true, like something I was born to do. Nothing else matters in this room. This moment is our forever, written in one slow dance. If time stands still right here tonight, I'd never ask for another chance. If love is real when it feels this way, then forever starts today. This was supposed to be forever, not something we outgrew, not a story we explain away like it wasn't true. I didn't love you loudly, I loved you deep and slow, the kind of love that doesn't leave when feelings come and go. I learned your quiet language, the sighs you never meant, the way your eyes would look away before you said you'd had enough. I stayed when it got heavier, when loving wasn't light. I thought that meant I mattered, I guess I read it wrong that night. You said you needed space to breathe, I gave you all I could. I shrank myself to save us, I don't think love ever should. This was supposed to be forever, at least that's what I chose. I built a life around your name, you kept the door half closed. I was ready for the ending, if the ending meant with you, but forever needs two people, and I was just one truth. I remember ordinary moments more than anything grand. Your head against my shoulder, your fingers in my hand. We didn't need a reason, we didn't need a plan. I didn't know I was loving someone who wouldn't understand. You started saying someday, like love was far away. I started counting nights alone while you drifted day by day. I kept my voice steady, I kept my heart calm. I didn't want to scare you with how all in I'd gone. I asked if you were still here, you said, I don't know. That answer broke me quietly in a way you'll never know. This was supposed to be forever, not a lesson, not a scar, not a what we almost had that follows where you are. I would have walked through fire if it meant we stayed true, but forever needs courage, and you needed something new. Do you ever feel guilty for how easy you moved on? Do you ever hear my name in songs when you're alone? I don't wish you pain or regret, I just wish you understood that loving you wasn't a phase, it was everything I had. I didn't ask for perfect, I didn't ask for safe. I asked you to choose me on the days you wanted to run away. This was supposed to be forever, even on the hardest days, even when love felt ordinary and passion slipped away. Some people love for moments, some love for the truth. I loved you for a lifetime. You loved me until you couldn't. This was cannot hide. Every lie, every betrayal is a wound I carry inside. The world is cruel, the hearts are hollow, the truth is sold for gain, and the fury that I feel tonight will not be soothed by pain. I've trusted faces that deceive me, I've opened doors to fall. The knives of words and actions have pierced and scarred my all. Even the hands I called my own have turned against my trust, and I stumble through this fury, ashes turning into dust. So veins of ash are burning, every heartbeat screams in flame, every tear is fire, every scar a name. I scream at all the liars, I curse the ones who break, and I'll rise from all this ruin, even if it leaves me If I could strike the world with anger, would it heal my shattered soul? Or is this fury all I have to keep myself whole? I walk among the embers, I burn through all that's past, and the ashes of betrayal will never let me rest. So veins of ash are burning, every heartbeat screams in flame, every tear is fire, every scar a name. I scream at all the liars, I curse the ones who break, and I'll rise from all this ruin, even if it leaves me So I'll keep walking through the flames, through fire deep and black, hoping someday I'll find peace beyond the world's attack. I feel nothing but the weight, the hollow ache inside. The world is loud, but I'm alone, with emptiness as guide. Every word I speak feels empty, every smile is false and thin, and the numbness that surrounds me has grown deep within. Even love cannot reach me, even hope has gone away. The nights stretch endlessly, the skies are dark as clay. I try to scream, but nothing comes. I try to run, but stay, and the silence in my veins consumes me every day. Oh, veins of silence bind me, every heartbeat feels like stone. I cry into the emptiness, I walk this path alone. The world moves on uncaring, while I am torn apart, and the emptiness inside of me lives in my broken heart. If someone reached inside my mind, would they understand? Or is this numbness all I have in this forsaken land? Oh, veins of silence bind me, every heartbeat feels like stone. I cry into the emptiness, I walk this path deep, hoping someday I'll awaken and feel what life can keep. We almost had a life, you know, not the kind you post online. Just quiet mornings, mismatched cups, your last name next to mine. I knew the sound your breathing made when sleep wouldn't let you rest. Learned how to love you gently when the world was at its worst. I folded futures in my head, put them neatly in a drawer. I didn't need a perfect plan, I just wanted us and more. You talked about your doubts out loud, I listened like they'd fade. I thought love meant patience, so I stayed. You said you felt trapped by time, by promises you couldn't keep. I said nothing. That's when love learned how to bleed. We almost had a life, not a fairy tale, not a dream, just two people choosing each other in the in-between. We almost had forever, but almost was all you knew. I was ready for the rest of my life. You were passing through. I practiced saying we out loud, you practiced saying maybe. I built a home inside your name, you kept one foot free. I memorized your small habits, the way you hate goodbyes. Funny how the one who fears leaving always leaves first in time. I asked you if you love me still, you said it's complicated. Love shouldn't feel like guessing games when hearts are on the table. We almost had a life with ordinary pain, bills and laughter, silent fights and dancing in the rain. We almost said the vows, I almost wore the truth. You said you loved me deeply, just not enough to choose. Do you ever drive past places where we said we'd grow old? Do you hear my voice in quiet rooms when nights get cold? I don't hate you for leaving, I hate how close we came to something real, to something lasting, to sharing the same name. I would have stayed when love got heavy, when it stopped being new. I didn't need easy, I needed you. We almost had a life, and that's the hardest part, not losing you completely, but losing the start. Some love stories don't end loudly, they don't fall apart in flames, they just stop mid-sentence and never say our name. almost had a life, and somehow that hurt.